This next story is one of the most disappointing things I've ever seen. I'm not sure if I'm surprised to where I've seen it, but Juelz Santana, Juelz Santana, Dipset fame. It's an interesting time for Dipset now that I think about this, right? Like Max B got out, right? 1 second applause, Max B. But I guess Jim Jones isn't all the way happy about it. Maybe they'll make amends. 1 second applause and making amends. You've got the Jim Jones Cameron stuff that was happening. Dipset's all over the place, and yet I feel like they're more omnipresent than they might have been in a very long time. I mean, what Cam and Mace are doing is really great. Jim Jones, to me, is better than he's ever been. Max B's out now, and now you got Juelz Santana. Juelz Santana shows up, and he goes on a podcast, and they ask him, what's more important, reading or math? Okay. Now, let's take a look at what Jim Jones has to say. Let me put this on the screen. Yeah, here we go. Share this episode. All right, so here's Juelz Santana. Here's what Juelz Santana when they ask him. This is crazy.
And I think that shit gonna take over.
Nah, but seriously though, his voice. You should though. We gotta start teaching our kids though, just financial wealth and literacy and all that shit early, because by the time they get to 9th grade, they should be just learning how to start businesses and how to.
Okay, now. I'm not mad at how he starts. I think there should be more financial literacy classes in school. I think that's a great thing. I think it's good for people to understand what it takes to start a business and how to do that. But if you pay attention closely, my man right here just said, oh yeah, but what about reading? So check this out.
Businesses and how to, but they don't really need to know how to read.
Wait, stop.
The kids don't need to learn how to read.
Tomato.
I'm gonna start this over so you can hear this one more time.
And I think that shit gonna take over.
Nah, but seriously though,
his voice.
You should though. We gotta start teaching our kids though, just financial wealth and literacy and all that shit early, because by the time they get to 9th grade, they should be just learning how to start businesses. And
you also need to read to be able to start a business, Juelz.
And how to. But they don't really need to know how to read.
Wait, stop.
I ain't gonna say that. I say that respectfully. I'm not saying that in a way to be literate, because you're not supposed to be.
I'm saying that respectfully. I'm not saying that in a way to be literate. I'm saying that I'm sorry. Where is Aaron Magruder when you need him?
Tomato.
I say that respectfully. I'm not saying that in a way to be literate, because you're not supposed to be illiterate, but you can.
What's more important, reading or math?
Math.
Told you.
Math. I think you could get you could.
My man looks so confident. Told you. look at his face. He said, "Told you."
Reading or math?
Math.
Told you.
Math. I think you could listen to a book on YouTube. You can still obtain the information. You don't have to know how to read. That's not reading and understanding. I believe common sense is better than everything. I'm a common sense nigga.
I'm sorry. My man hype manning over here to the right of the screen. Oh my gosh.
Tomato.
Information. You don't have to know how to read. That's not reading and understanding. I believe common sense is better than everything. I'm a common sense nigga. I'd rather have zero book smarts and common sense, be able to read the room, be able to read life, be able to read people. I try to understand people, you know what I'm saying? Like, nowadays, you can listen to a book. I just listen to the 48 Laws of Power.
You gotta read your contract, Els.
You don't have to
you can listen to that too. They got apps you can put it in and it'll read it to you.
This is one of the saddest things I've ever seen. We're gonna keep going.
Crazy?
I'll go that shit now. It's gonna say this. Yeah, bro.
Huh?
It's gonna tell you now.
It probably will. AI will now. That's what I'm saying.
He looks so sincere. Like, I thought this was a joke the first time I saw it. I thought they were like playing around. And then because I only saw a piece of the clip. And then I looked at it, I'm like, oh, this nigga's serious.
And that's how freaky.
You don't think he cooking.
have to
years.
read shit that be told to you.
It'll be so.
Just
I'm
no
not saying that
math.
in a bad way. Like you don't need to know how to
the menu
read.
at a restaurant.
Floyd
Huh?
Mayweather don't read that
menu
shit.
at a restaurant. Like it's mad shit you gotta read.
You saying that? You just gotta know what you like.
You know what I want.
You ain't gotta read the restaurant. You can just say, "What is this? A steak joint? I want steak, nigga. I want. What y'all steak come with? What y'all got? When the waiter come,
Reading way more important.
when the waiter come, you be like, what come with
This is really bad.
that in a bad way?
This is crazy. I looked at this and I was like, yo, this is one of the saddest things I've ever seen. Like legitimately, I was very disappointed when I saw this. Now, away from just like broader things about Juelz Santana, like personally, in my opinion, I feel like Juelz Santana has probably underachieved more than everyone else in Dipset. Hey, if you look at the excitement that was around Juelz projects in the early 2000s, when you looked at the travesty that we never got the Juelz Santana, Lil Wayne, I can't see your face. I can't feel my face. I think that's what it's supposed to be called, right? We were supposed to, really, really have an era of Juelz Santana, and that just didn't work out. Just didn't work out the way it was supposed to. Now, I'm not saying that's because he's not reading. I don't know if he can read or not. But what this really stands out to me more than anything else is that's basically been the mantra that a lot of, I don't even want to call it mainstream, but part of the shifting political environment over the past 15 years, excuse me, has been talking and emphasizing STEM over everything else. STEM almost at the cost of everything else, right? And I'm a finance major. Okay, my dad's an engineer. Okay, my mom's a teacher. My dad's an engineer, right? I understand the importance of being able to do math and all the quantitative things that come along with STEM, right? I get it. I 100% get it, right? And this has been pushed, not necessarily even just from the media itself. There's been a lot of think tanks and different realms of academia that's talked about how important STEM is, right? And so that's really what's been happening over the past 15 years. And now we're in a very weird place, especially when you put COVID on top of that. You're starting to see things that I've never thought I'd see before. I never thought I would see my friends who are professors at colleges talk about how they have students who watch everything on TikTok. They have students who are used to looking at things on YouTube, and they have no experience reading long form text. They can't even get through a book in the same way. So colleges have had to adjust how they're teaching students. Like, here's a story here. This is from The Atlantic. The elite college students who can't read books. This is what's happened. We have elite college students who can't read books. Everything has been about STEM and technology. It's all been about STEM and technology for so long. And now in institutions of higher education, you have teachers who have to adjust their curriculum because the students don't have this type of experience. Now, some of that starts in the home, but some of it starts with, just the nature, the evolution of technology. Some of it's because of COVID, right? Like, you had a bunch of kids who couldn't go to school for significant portions of their formative years. And then now they got to graduate or whatever. And now they get to college. They're like, wait a minute, this book has 400 pages. There's no pictures here. How am I supposed to get through this? And so colleges are now adjusting to that. And they're offering courses that help students learn how to read through long form text, because STEM is all that matters, right? I was talking to, he's been on this channel actually, Double O from Kids in the Hall. He's Jabari Evans, Dr. Jabari Evans. 1 second applause. He's a noob too. He's a professor at the University of South Carolina. And he teaches, for his classes, he had to completely rearrange his curriculum to find ways to connect with students who just haven't been in an environment where they've had to value reading. Shout out to Professor Sky. Professor Sky shared similar anecdotes with me too. There's all kinds of stories like this all over the place where, for different situations, people are showing up at college prepared to pay all that money and they can't read. They can't read, right? And so again, I look at all this stuff as being promoted about, okay, well, we know the future's in technology, we know the future's in coding and all this stuff. Well, let me tell you something, man. If you don't know how to code by now, you missed the boat. Because AI will do that for you. AI is now coding for you. You can go to use AI right now to design your website. So that STEM aspect of it isn't even offering the same amount of opportunities as it used to. And people are being warned by that left and right. Right. But here's the other side of it. We just had an election and people were very happy for who they voted for. And now they're seeing the results of that. And they're saying stuff like, I didn't vote for this. I didn't know this was going to happen. Right. And people, the whole platform, Project 2025, all that stuff has been out there. It's all out there. Right. But people don't necessarily connect with the written word the same way. People don't understand that learning to read is more than just learning the words. It's reading comprehension. It's context clues. People don't necessarily understand that, yeah, okay, AI can read your contract to you. Can you understand what the contract is saying? Can you understand what you're hearing? Right. And to hear this, with such passion in 2025 to me is
tomato. It's
one of the most disappointing things I've ever heard. Right. I mean, you can look at just what's happened to art in a lot of ways. We'll say even music in this case, people aren't having a lot of conversations because I don't think these people are reading. Right. I learned about the Pale White Horse from Wu-Tang Clan. I learned about Harry Allen from Public Enemy. I started thinking about, pyramids in Egypt through Nas. Right. There was a whole generation of just understanding that, hey, if I'm going to be putting words together, I probably need to understand these words. I need to understand what's going on. And we're so far away from that now we have Juelz Santana sitting up here with a straight face and his homie looking like this. Looking like this. My man over here, he looked like he just solved an equation.
Tomato.
And that's just not the case. So I thought this was like so wild, right? But then I took solace in this post here, right? So this one is called, Gen Z is putting themselves in timeout and calling it healing. No phone, no TV, no music, no food, just silence. They're calling it raw dogging boredom. 15 minutes of sitting completely still with zero distractions. Some say it's weird, others say it's genius. Is this the dumbest trend yet or the smartest thing we've seen in years? Right. Now, this is a few weeks ago. And I thought this was really funny, right? Because, well, basically what she's doing is meditating without meditating. And at the same time, what I think is cool about it is that, I a lot of times find myself in a position where I feel like I'm showered in digital information all the time where I just need to unplug. And so this is an example of the generation finding a way to unplug that they can all connect to. Right? But the rules are so funny. The rules say no TV. The rules say no TV, no music, no food, and no phone. They ain't even worried about reading. Reading's not even part of the thing. 1 second applause. So, kids are out here meditating, trying to find a way through and all these things. And the things they're cutting out is food, music, TV, phone. And they still can read. They still have the opportunity to read. They still have the opportunity to read with their raw dogging boredom trend. Raw dogging boredom trend. I can't believe I can't believe that Juelz Santana said that. And at the same time, I can't believe that his homie was hype man the way he was, and at the same time, I can. And all of this to me is just another example of how what some of the ramifications are that perhaps we didn't necessarily consider with the dawn of the information age and social media. And it's one of the saddest stories I've seen. And I don't think anybody ever anywhere should take any of his advice. And I think everyone watching this should make sure that they tell everyone that they can not to listen to Juelz Santana on this point. Because to go through life not being able to comprehend text, to not being able to comprehend what words mean, is putting yourself at a disservice, but also putting society in one of these places where I don't know how you come back from that. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comments section. I thought this was just tragic all the way around. Big shout out to Juelz Santana.
Tomato.
That's what you get for the day. It's all happening.
Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. The mathematical breakdown of this mighty game of rap we in. It's boom bapping. Systematical culture views us radical, it's all happening. Shaking hands and dapping it. Life through the lens of hip hop, from trip hop to yes, dog, you don't stop, you don't stop. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. It's all happening, yes, it's all happening. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. It's all happening, yes, it's all happening.